Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Tundex. It's been, I don't even want to think about it. It's been a long time. I just had something I wanted to talk about real quick. As you know, if you are a Nintendo fan, they have, the Switch is really rocking it, and it's really surprising to me that there's so much good stuff on there. Oh, Tundex is nothing but a bunch of ports and blah, 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 blah. If you don't want to play it, don't play it. If you've already played the games that are being released on the Switch, okay, don't worry about it. It's not for you, clearly. I get really annoyed by people. Oh, port begging, blah, blah, blah. Okay, shut up, whatever. If you don't want it, don't buy it. It doesn't matter. Think about it from a perspective of someone who has only primarily played Nintendo consoles, who could only afford one console, and they decided, okay, I'm just gonna get the Switch, not the Switch, sorry, I'm just gonna get the Wii, I'm gonna get the Wii U. People missed out on so much. But anyways, I'll get back to that in a little bit. Alright, so, it's been a lot of stuff coming out here recently, and looking on the eShop and just looking at the games that have released, it's like, whoa, when did the Switch become the JRPG spot? Anybody who knows me, that's what really got me into gaming a lot, and it honestly got me into my profession of being a choir teacher and a music teacher. It kind of got me interested in classical music, playing a lot of those RPGs in the late 90s and the early 2000s. Final Fantasies, the Chrono Crosses, and the Dragoons, and all that stuff. That's what hooked me. But now looking at the Switch, man, we've got all of those old Final Fantasies, 7 through 9. We got 10 and 10-2. We got Final Fantasy 12, World of Final Fantasy. Ni no Kuni just came out. We've got Tales of Vesperia. We've got Disgaea. We've got, what else? Dragon Quest just came out, and I know I'm not naming some stuff. I know there's other stuff. The Secret of Mana, the Mana series is coming, and it's just so much. There's so many RPGs to play right now. Let's not forget, I forgot the name of this game. It's an indie game. I posted it on my Instagram the other day, but it's just like Advance Wars. Gotta love that. And of course, we got Fire Emblem, Three Houses, that amazing game. It's just so many RPGs of so many different kinds. You got the Strat RPGs, you got the JRPGs, you got everything. We got, sorry, just checking what's going on. We've got, what's that game called? Tokyo Mirage Sessions. That's coming, finally. I love that game on the Wii U. That's like baby's first Persona. But it was still a fun game. I really enjoyed it. But anyways, this is kind of putting Gamefreak in a kind of a weird position, because on the handheld systems, playing Pokemon or whatever, there've always been other JRPGs, but you know, it's been handheld, so Pokemon on a handheld is one thing, even though the 3DS has, you know, come up in caliber and they could have done more, but they haven't. Now they're going up against like AAA RPGs on the Switch, and I'm just gonna be up front. I am a Pokemon fan. I have been since day one, literally since day one, playing Pokemon Blue when I was in middle school, and haven't stopped since then. So I'm gonna get Sword and Shield. I see the complaints that people are making, but at the end of the day, for me, I'm like, hey, I know what I've been getting with Pokemon games, and I've played every single generation, and you know, I'm okay. But I do see the other argument of people saying that they wish that they would update and do things better, and you know, really take the time to give this game the AAA treatment and not just give it a new coat of paint and ship it out the door. So I get that, I understand. And this morning I was just thinking about the fact that Gamefreak is putting out Pokemon in November, and next month in October they're putting out their new IP, Little Town Hero. And from what I've seen of Little Town Hero at the last direct, it looks pretty mediocre. To me, that game still looks like it's a beta version. It looks like the thing when they first announced it and said the Game Freak's working on a new RPG. I'm like, okay, cool. And then they showed it again in September, and it's going to be out in October, and it still looks... It didn't make me excited. So everybody's saying that the new Pokemon isn't going to have all the upgrades and stuff that everybody was expecting because of this game. And then I see this game, and I'm hoping they're withholding a lot from it because it still kind of looks like garbage. So we'll see, but it didn't wow me. It didn't even really intrigue me. So I don't know, we'll see. And then they put it, oh, it's up for pre-order. Who wants to pre-order and pre-download that game? And you showed that you're in a town and you have to use ideas to attack. And you can attack with other townspeople. Okay. Yeah, cool. Another thing that the Switch has done, though, when it comes to, in regards to Pokemon, is the first game that came out with the Switch was The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, a complete reimagining of the Legend of Zelda series. And then another big one that came out was Mario Odyssey. For me, I didn't really like it that much. It's not a bad game, though. I see what they did. But, okay, that's neither here nor there. Mario Odyssey, they went back to the old formula and then souped it up like by 10 times with all the moons that you could get. For me, I felt like it was kind of oversaturated with the moons, and yeah, I kind of missed having the you going into the world and it's giving you kind of a certain thing to look for. And I missed the old school Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie style when it comes to that. And, you know, Odyssey was like, you get a moon, and you get a moon, and you get a moon, and everybody gets a moon, and they're all over the place. And, I don't know, it's kind of weird. But maybe I'll go back to it. But anyways, those two games set a precedence for the Switch and titles coming to that platform, that they were going to reimagine or give what the fans want. And then you get Kirby, and it's just kind of and you get Mario Party, which goes back to the traditional way that people have wanted, but it's still pretty We added online play, but oh, you're not gonna play on a regular board, and it's just playing mini games, so it's still I don't know. So then you get Pokemon, and everybody's like, yes, it's gonna be like big and open world and blah blah blah, and it still looks like it's more of the same. Which the is it the Wild World, or I don't know. I hadn't really kept up all that much. I'm a teacher. I don't have time to be watching all the gaming stuff, I guess. But it just doesn't seem like they're really trying to push it that far yet. What I thought was going to happen was with the Pikachu and Eevee versions that came out, I thought that they were going to use that to kind of get their engine and get some of their assets going with the Kanto Pokemon. And then with the new one, they were going to take it further, which it does look a little bit better than, Let's Go. It looks a little bit better than those. But I don't know. It's just... It seems like they're still trying to figure out this whole HD thing. And I'm hoping that the next one, they'll really go out. But let's just be honest. Everybody who's expecting a Pokken tournament style and expecting animations for every Pokemon and every move, y'all, that ain't gonna happen. Let's just be real, it ain't gonna happen. And it's a lot of work to do because there's so many, and I'm just gonna be honest as well, they don't really have to make a individual animation for every Pokemon, for every move. They could make a physical attack animation for each Pokemon and show them going and hitting something. And then, I mean, think back to Battle Revolution on the Wii. That's what they did, and it worked just fine. But it's neither here nor there. It's not going to be this big, elaborate, awesome thing to look at, spectacle type of game. That's just not it. It's just not going to be what's going to happen. So I think they're in an interesting position though, because we are getting a lot of that kind of stuff, and I think it's gonna be determined by Shin Megami Tensei 5, whenever the hell that decides to come out. But since that is similar to Pokemon in the sense that you can get all of these different demons and have them on your side, and you know, you collect the demons, gotta summon them all. I don't know, it's weird. But if they go in and they have all their different animations and blah blah blah, and it's like hundreds of them, and it looks good, and I don't know, Gamefreak, we gonna be looking at you like, what's your excuse now? This is on the Switch and they did this, and you know, you still didn't really do anything. I don't know. And I like the fact that there is more competition on the system that will be showing, you know, what's going on. I've heard that Ni no Kuni is similar to Pokemon in the sense that you can collect a lot of different familiars in there and use them. So I've just started that game. I've never really gotten into it before, so we're gonna see where that takes me, and if, you know, just how they do things. But I just like the fact that there's competition, because now if people don't like it and people think that, yeah, this is pretty lame in comparison to this, in comparison to that, and people don't buy it, maybe it'll get better. Once again, for me, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna be fine with it, and if it is something that's really fun, I'll definitely put a lot of time into it. I can definitely say that the Gen 4 Diamond and Pearl is where I put the most time into it. That and the combination of Generation 3 with Emerald. But other than that, with the newer stuff, I've kind of played it and be like, hey, that's cool, and then I'll stop after I get through it initially. So let me know what you think about Gamefreak and their position with having all this competition on the system now. I'm almost to work, so I guess I'll shut up now. Peace.